We're back for another exciting episode of The Spicy Life.
Yes.
I'm your host, Spicy Madi, and joined with me is beautiful and lovely co-host, Dr. Allie.
Hey.
And today we have a phenomenal, extremely special guest. I know I always say special, but this time it's like really, really
Super
special. We have Stevie Mackey, okay? He is a singer, vocal coach from Los Angeles. Like, he is if you're from LA, you'll know that he's a superstar celebrity.
Taco Tuesday.
Vocal coach, okay? And he's dedicated his time to inspire musical creativity in the lives of many established artists that these names are going to ring a bell for you, all right? He's been working with NBC's Voice for over 10 seasons and still has time, like he says, to coach some of the biggest celebrities in the music industry, such as Selena Gomez, Jennifer Lopez, my absolute favorite. Can I just touch you? Okay. Lenny Kravitz, Fergie, Kelly Rowland, Usher, Maroon 5. I have to read the list because it's so long. And the Jackson family. So, dang, how does it feel to be you? Like, I know, you're like a superstar right here.
I know,
pretty
right?
much.
First of all, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming.
This is amazing. I love both of you very much.
Aww,
I grew up with Allison. This is awesome. And it feels like just me. I'm just here. I've been singing today, teaching, and now I'm just like, I could breathe.
Yes.
This is lovely.
We took him to the Zen room earlier, so now he's super
Yeah,
Zen.
I'm zen.
Inner chi. Well, we are so grateful to have you. I mean, I know that it's been a long day for you, but the Spicy Life is pretty juicy, and we got a lot of topics that we got to cover. But today's episode is a powerful voice, which you know everything about. So we're gonna have you speak to that. But just to warm you up a little bit, we start with the spicy dish.
Okay.
And today is International Women's Day. So if you aren't familiar with that, Dr. Allie's going to give you a little background on International Women's Day.
Why am I the background person? Okay,
Because you like to get all the...
I know, I like all the nerdy
history stuff.
So I'm really into positivity right now, right? Because the world is like super, super, super negative. And so basically, I got some little spicy stats. So basically, in this year, we as, I guess, people have fought really hard for women. So one of the things that has happened this year is that, basically, women under the age of 18 are getting married less, right? So what that means is 14-year-old girls living in the middle of the Middle East, we've actually been able to decrease the levels of them getting married so that they're able to have more agency. Because, you got to think, if you get married at 12, by the time you're 18, by the time you're 19, you may have 4 or 5 kids. So you're not able to really go to school.
Yeah.
You're not able to be part of business. You're not able to do a lot of things. And so UNICEF and different organizations have gone into these areas and have been able to cut down on the number of women getting married when they're too young to really have control over what they want. Right?
The children,
Right?
essentially,
Good.
getting married.
Right?
Yeah.
Women, good things are happening to
Big
women.
ups.
Then, if you're like me, you were kind of obsessed with the Winter Olympics. Did you know that this year there were more women in the Olympics than ever before?
Wow.
I didn't know that.
This was the highest estrogen-fueled Olympics. So that, I think, was pretty major. Then we have a whole bunch of really... Okay. Then we have one.
All the stats.
I'm trying not to be negative, but this one makes me think of something negative. So there are right now in the United States more women running for office than ever in the history of the United States.
That's kudos.
Right, which leads me to think about a very anti-international woman, Stacey Dash.
We don't know
Where you were going.
He might be vocally training her right now.
Oh, no.
Somebody needs to train her to do something. But basically, she did an interview today with Ari Melber on MSNBC, and he actually got her to say that she was clueless.
And she
Out of her
is
mouth.
clueless.
She said, I guess I'm clueless then.
But she is. She's infamous for Clueless. That's how we know her. We know her from Clueless. So of course she would be clueless.
Right.
And he would get her to say that.
Yeah.
But everything that she's done thus far, I mean, you got upset earlier because we had, Fox News on.
I just noticed it. I was
He
like,
just
oh.
noticed it. He just
Who's
noticed it.
responsible for that in Los
He just
Angeles?
noticed it.
Who's the
I know this is
one
LA.
soul
But she does not
in
represent
a music building?
us.
In a music, creative, artsy building.
I'm so
Yes.
upset.
Stood out.
Stacey does not represent us well. She does not speak for us.
No.
So you're nervous because she's going to represent a district very close to yours, right?
She wants to, the 46th district, which comes from all the way from South LA, like Compton area, into San Pedro, and it captures parts of Long Beach. And I happen to live in Long Beach, and I'm like, not on my watch, but it's not My vote
Who's
doesn't
going to
matter
vote for
her.
Stacey Dash?
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, we have had a lot of celebrities that have ran for office, and it is California, so.
Yeah. She said that she wants to get rid of Obamacare because it doesn't work, and that she wants to replace it with something else. And so Ari asked her, what would you replace it with? And she said, well, I don't know. I'm going to talk to people and find out what they want. Well, if you talk to people and find out what they want, you probably realize that they like what they have, and they just want to go to the doctor. So
how about don't
we are.
suggest stuff unless you have the solution?
There we go.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear the problem.
like-
I want to hear the solution.
To me, she's just like, her identity has become what others think of her, and she
Yeah.
kind of likes that. It's like, oh, it's like a person who's always sick sometimes, kind of, in a way, is like, I'm the one who's sick, and I'm going to get attention from that, or always something. It's just, she likes that she got a spark of attention from
Relevancy?
having an opinion about something.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, oh, that's who I am. That's right. Yeah, me. I think this.
That's exactly what it
It's
is.
like when you don't know yourself or the direction you're going in life, that can easily happen.
That's it. She's taking on a role. That's her role now.
It's her role.
She's in character.
Yeah.
This is an
what I think.
acting scene for her. Oh my gosh, that's a great point.
Yeah.
She's in character.
She took this on. She's like, I'm now known for being against all normal things.
And if you get to, I think of a lot of people as characters, and especially people like Allison knows, people like that may be out of bounds, and that if I don't necessarily agree with them, or like I see them as a character or a villain or something. It's like it helps me
villain.
understand what's happening, and then I can accept that person as they are, and then realize that I have to work around that. And
Love that.
So it's a Broadway performance for you first before
everyone's
you...
a character. They're characters, and
They could be the evil villain.
it makes me it's so I love villains.
Villains are the best part, but like it is true. Like even in like ancient African religion, right? They talk about how they don't talk a lot about sin, but they talk about not walking in your own destiny. And so even if your destiny is to be a villain, if you're not a villain, then you're not walking in your destiny.
Right.
Some people are supposed to be villains. Like, I know.
So the evil has to balance the good, or good won't exist without evil?
In a way, that's kind of another conversation that people have. Like C.S. Lewis talked a lot about how do you know a good apple if you've never tasted a bad one?
Okay, so what about what about evil people? Can they turn good, do you think?
Another question is, do we want them to? I don't want them to. Like if I'm
you want them
watching
to
a
stay
movie,
evil?
you don't really want the villain to turn good at the end.
But that's a movie, though. What about someone in your life?
I think of it the same way.
I want to tell
It's
you
the
guys.
same thing. As your parents get annoying sometime, I just accept. Or our family would just accept
now
that's who they are right now, and
parents
I'm
are the
not.
villains.
That's just what
Parents are the
them.
villains sometimes.
Yeah, it's just,
Everyone has their villainy.
That's a different way to look
I
at
also
it.
want to let you know Stevie has, if you could rack up like frequent flyer miles at Disneyland, like this guy gets like a few free trips to Disneyland.
Wait, so I need to go on Monday? Do you have the plug on tickets? Because
Oh, let's see.
I just heard it was like $100.
Well, I got a few, Pluto. Oh, gosh.
Wait.
Maybe I have a few tickets to Disneyland.
Oh my gosh, she's able to do the
Oh,
voices.
boy. Ha,
Oh my gosh, Stevie, I didn't know you were capable of doing that too.
Spicy Marie, huh? Mickey's always ready, huh?
Wait,
He's a vocal coach.
I can't believe you just did that. I thought you could only sing. I just thought it was like la la la.
And singing is mimicking.
Oh my god. Wait, he could probably do me too. Like,
You could probably do me too. Like.
wait, is that how I sound? That sounds horrible. What am I doing on the radio?
I can only do Mickey and Elmo for some reason.
Elmo.
Emma loves you so much. Ha, 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 ha. Emma loves Allison. Emma loves Spicy Marie. Emma loves everybody.
Oh my gosh. Wait, can you do like Jay-Z and,
No.
those people who can do like
No rappers.
rappers? Can you do J-Lo? That's really what the world cares about.
I'm trying.
You were gonna try right now. You were gonna
I'm
try.
trying.
He has to practice and come back.
How you doing, baby? Hey, baby. How's it going? Come on in.
That's
Yeah,
how you sound?
I just don't know about that. I don't know. Trying to channel
Honestly,
it.
I imagine that
I
she's
can't
just
do
an
it.
angel. We got to ask you some J-Lo
Yeah, I
questions.
want to
Yeah.
know. Like, can we just start with J-Lo before we start talking
J-Lo.
about you? No.
No, she's Jenny from the block.
Well, it's International Women's Day, so
That's right.
that's a question.
She's one of the hardest
we're
working.
celebrating.
she's an international woman. She's she's everything. She's a lot of things.
She is life. I've been a huge fan of her. So, I mean, not to like really, dig into your business, but can you speak on her character? Because there's been so many mixed things when it comes to her as an artist, but she does not project this negative energy or this like stuck up. I've heard that she's like super outgoing, extremely sweet, welcoming and warm to everybody. And then, you hear some of the negative things. And I'm like, well, what if she was just having a bad day? You don't know. She could have been fighting with her man that day. Don't judge somebody off of just one experience.
People never let celebrities have a bad day.
Let them live.
They just never let that happen. And everyone's a real person. It's like we're all children of God. We're all people living on this crazy earth. But people do have to decide what kind of personality they're going to exude the most. And as far as she goes, she's the absolutely the hardest working woman I've ever met.
Oh, dang, that's saying a lot. You've worked with a lot of people.
Yes, I have.
He has. Yeah.
She works so hard, and she loves her work. So it's a beautiful thing that I've watched and I've learned from her. Mm-hmm. She has a sense of balance that in her own world works very well, and it just works. She is not afraid at all. She's courageous, and she has a special gift to recover and move forward that I admire. She moves forward mentally, emotionally, and physically. Her muscles literally, like she heals like she's like, oh, like I'm sore one day, and it's like, whoop, the next day, okay, well, let's do it again. It's like she moves more than anyone I've ever seen.
We might need to talk about her workout.
She's incredible.
Her workout routines. I saw that picture of her.
Consistent.
My sister sent me this picture of her with like wearing this like workout, like this little bra, and her boobs were just like, boop.
Oh yes,
and, yes. And my sister was like, how can I get these boobs? How can I get this bra? My sister was literally like, I'm DMing J-Lo now.
She does. She's consistently works out on her days off or whatever whatever the day is, her off day is. Mm-hmm. She always has time to work out, and she has trainers around. She has people motivating, and if she's on her own, she'll go to her gym and wherever she has to shoot. She's keeps, and I think that's an important part of life. As long as you're moving, you're alive. Movement is an important part of staying alive.
Mm-hmm. It's healthy as well.
And the more alive someone is, like a kid, they move a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes too much for everyone else around. But that's how you get it done.
That's true.
Well, everybody really wants to know what skin product she uses. Why is she anti-aging?
I've like looked around, like I'll be in her dressing room, like, what are they putting? And I'll be like, it's
the water. She got water from Wakanda.
And I mean, with no makeup on, you just like staring, like, what? How do you have baby skin? She has baby. It's like an incredible thing, and I think some things are genetic, and just you get lucky sometimes. Like I can sing because my parents sang, my grandparents sang. It's just kind of in me, and it was not that hard for me to sing. And some people just have this muscular build, and their muscles are, I just hate them, and they only go to the gym once a week, and it's not fair, and they just still have people are born with certain gifts and talents that we cannot all have and understand. And I think genetics can be one of them. I mean, I look at her mom's gorgeous self. She's beautiful
too.
And so it's not just her, it's her, her family's a beautiful family. And the way she takes care of herself, though, she's aware.
She doesn't do any drinking or smoking, I heard.
No, she's a very clean person. She sleeps. She sleeps.
Rest is everything.
That's right. As if you work as hard as her, you have to rest, or else you just can't do it, and I watch her balance herself and listen to herself. She listens to her body. So
you brought up earlier, if talent runs in your family, it's a genetic thing. Your singing is genetic. So I want you to talk a little bit about that, because that was going to be my question as far as like, how did you become this vocal coach? Because there's a lot of people out there that, I see all the time on social media, or I pass by in the street, or that are DMing me, their mixtapes. They're like, give me on the radio. How did somebody become a professional coach at that?
I don't know if I've ever described this like I'm about to, but I want to. I want to try to describe this.
Okay.
I believe my first talent was listening. And my gift when I was very young, I heard everything. I heard and copied everything. I could make every sound that I heard. And I copied cartoons and Muppets and different voices. And then I would also copy the singers my parents would play at home. And so that's one aspect. I have a gift to listen. And that's very important to singing. And it's important to talking. If you've ever heard a deaf person speak,
We were just talking about that.
and you hear a deaf person try to speak, they're doing the best they can. Nothing's wrong with their vocal cords.
Yeah.
It's their hearing. How well you hear will always determine what comes out of your mouth. And so that's one thing.
Yeah.
Hearing and
Hearing.
not listening or listening. Because isn't there supposed to be like a difference?
There is a difference. There is a difference. You know, listening has comprehension associated to it, I
Yeah.
believe.
Okay.
And hearing is something that
The
most humans
sound.
can
Yeah.
do. You know?
Okay.
And so aside from that, also I was born into a family with a very diverse style and love for music. And being born a diverse family, I'm a Black American. My parents are Americans. My grandparents are too. And you know, it goes back. My family's from here. America is a amazing amalgamation, conglomeration of so many things. So with that gift, I love classical music. I love opera. I love jazz. I love rock music. I love gospel. I love a cappella music. I love instruments. I love all these types of music that have come down through the veins and into America in different ways. And
You're a real music lover.
I'm a music lover, and I studied a lot of these types of music. I've heard the best of them since I was very young. And so I think you do have to know that to teach it. You have to know something about a lot of types of music to my next point. You have to know this, and then be able to know the muscles. Growing up, my dad was a physical therapist, and now he pastors a church, and he is a chaplain at a hospital. So
Praise the Lord.
He's around. He's
a
a
chaplain
healer in a way, you know. And my mom is a teacher. So if you combine the physical therapy aspect of the muscles and the recovery with the teaching, I see from that point of view how I came to this.
Yes, how
as
you were
far as your
created.
parents have a role in playing, like yours, you know,
Yes.
being a doctor, your parents are doctors. It kind of does fall down the tree
Yeah.
in an interesting way. So that combined with the hearing and the style of music, my parents sing and play the piano together. They sing. Singing was never it was never a surprise. I thought everyone sang. I didn't know there were people that didn't sing. We just all kind of had to sing.
You have me thinking about that though. The you know how it's based on your environment and your upbringing.
Yes.
So is it something though if that didn't happen, if you weren't from this family, that you could still, or your vocals would still, you know, reach the
Yeah,
capacity
you can
that
always
they're capable of?
Learn something and teach it. And it may be harder for you to be the best. But I think I have an advantage, and I have the potential to be the very best at this.
Wait, the best singing coach in the world? That's the goal?
I think so.
I believe you.
Yes, I love
Honestly,
your confidence.
wait, I believe him. He's looking me dead
No,
in the eyes like,
I think
yes.
I
Dang,
think
that's
so.
the confidence
Honestly,
that I need to- I love it. I'm here
I
for
grew
it.
up with a lot of music in my family. I've known Stevie since before the womb. Like, I will honestly say I have encountered some amazing singers in my life, and I've never in my life heard anyone that sings better than Stevie. He's never missed a note. As far as
That's
every
beautiful.
time, and I remember when you first started singing.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, you do.
Like the first
Yeah.
song you learned how to play on the piano.
Yeah,
like
you
I remember
remember.
I was there for all of it. And I will say I've never heard you sing a bad note.
I didn't expect what I heard at your house, the Taco Wednesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Oh, yeah,
it was
yeah,
a
yeah.
Taco Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It was
Taco
Taco Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Special Taco Tuesday.
I kid you not, when you opened up your mouth, okay, this is like, it's, very LA for us to get together and like
Yeah, we're all just,
kumbaya
yeah.
and jam out. But when your vocals projected this amazing voice, you know how when you watched The Little Mermaid for the first time and Ariel was like,
Yes.
"Aww," and you're in awe as a little kid. That's how I felt when I was watching. I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, oh my, like I really thought that it was one of the most beautiful voices I'd ever heard. And I'm not stroking your ego. I'm not stroking your ego because I could
No.
be an asshole.
And
It is a really amazing voice, and I posted it on my social, and so many people hit me up. I'm like, dang, how do all you guys know who Stevie is, and I'm in the dark? Like, you're popping in these streets, but it's not just because you're, social and you have all these, great people around you, but you are extremely talented and gifted, and you're drawing that to you as well. And it says something about you, but your talent is phenomenal. Like, you already know that. That's why he's going to be the best singing coach in the world.
and I have to say, it's as far as singing, that's people's opinion. And singing coaches, I think the reason why I said I do have the confidence to say I could be the best is because I listen to what the rest of the whole world is singing American music now. Mm-hmm. And, hundreds of years ago it was different. Yep. The whole world was singing European music, classic music. Mm-hmm. And
we're
now,
popping in these streets.
Yeah, our music, in the last 75 years, American music, which includes gospel, soul, jazz, rock, all of country, pop, which is, mix of all of them. It's taken over the whole world. You go anywhere in the country, anywhere in Asia, anywhere in the UK, Australia, they're singing American music.
Every time I say I'm from LA, everyone's like, do you know Beyonce? I'm like, first of all, Beyonce doesn't live in LA. Second of all.
And even hip-hop, too, is like the
it's
most influential. It's not
it is.
even...
It has become number one.
Hip-hop anymore. Now it's pop, because it's pop culture. Like, it's what is the most popular now.
And people come to me for a lesson from China, and sometimes they can't even speak English. But then they'll start singing, and you're like, what? Wow. And they can really sing. And so I think the person who is going to be the best at this does have to know American singing and be able to do it. And so that's why I think in that area, there's many areas I'm not good at, but I think in that area, team coaching, I can be the best.
How come you didn't just pursue a singing career yourself, though? You didn't want to just be the star?
I think I've of all the things I love to do, that was one of them too. I would, hey, I could be a star, I could sing, or I like to design stuff. I like to decorate. I like painting. I like to draw. I like to do a lot of things, and I think you can do all things in a lifetime, but not
through Christ
at
Jesus
once.
who strengthens me.
Not at once.
Not at one time.
I went to school for graphic design. I painted. I did that for a while, and then I got fired from that job actually, and then kind of fell into doing what I naturally did, which was singing with my friends and coaching. So that has become my life right now, and I love that, and I love it. It's been so rewarding, and that's my idea of success right now. It's making others see the greatness in themselves. Mm-hmm. So I feel success when that happens.
That's your
I
gift.
don't necessarily feel success if I were the only one on stage.
You're exercising your gift, which is to motivate, encourage, and inspire people to be their best. That's very important to me. If we did more of that as opposed to just like self, we would be winning more in life.
Mm.
That's real. I think a lot of times everyone wants to be the center. And when everyone in the world wants to be the center, then you really don't have space for anyone to get better at what they're doing, Mm. So I think that's really deep. I love it. Oh yeah, our favorite thing in the world is car chases.
I'm so embarrassed.
No,
my phone just lit up with an alert. There's a pursuit in the San Gabriel Valley.
Earlier.
I love car chases.
I got them watching car chases on Periscope
in LA,
last
it's
night.
part of our culture that we watch car chases because people think they can run away from the police.
So important.
But you have alerts that are letting you know there's a car chase going on right now.
Yes, I get the alerts like a old grandma should. It's like, here's a car chase going on, and then you watch it and you see the result. It's the most amazing thing.
You know what I got into today? So now, because there was a helicopter over my apartment last night, now I just listen to police scanners. I've been listening to police scanners all day.
It's a dark rabbit hole.
I found out there was two bombs in Long Beach today.
What?
2 bombs.
Okay.
And I found about it, and then
sorry.
I know.
I'm mad you guys are like, what? This is, you're staying up to date. This is current news. It's relevant.
He is the king of current news. He knows everything.
Wait, okay, random side note though. I found out that my father was in a car chase a couple days ago. Brandon Lee. No, he's passed away. Oh. He wasn't in one a couple days ago.
Okay.
I found out a couple days ago.
Okay.
But my aunt puts out a information card on my website for the Spicy Life. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking that somebody wants to sign up for relationship coaching. I don't know who this person is. I call them back, and she starts talking to me about how she misses me. She's sorry that she hasn't been in my life, but that my dad would allow a relationship with us between each other, and she told me that he had left me on her doorstep, and that the way she found him back was watching him on the news in a car chase.
No.
Because he had robbed the post office. You know, the machine that makes money?
Like the ATM or something?
No, it's...
it's like those little...
Cashier's checks.
The the little checks, yeah.
He robbed the machine. He stole the machine. And so he was in a high-speed chase. And so my mom never told me about this. Of course, I call her up, I'm like, what? Was my dad in the
I just love that you were involved in this.
Yeah.
Like, he actually, you were a part of the scheme. And he was like, no, I got to leave her here.
Yes.
I don't want her to be involved.
I love the bright side of it.
That is a deep psychological.
That's a good,
bright side.
that's a beautiful thing. He was like, I can't have my baby be a part of this. And
This episode is brought to you by Spicy Mama Hot Sauce. Delicious and nutritious.
she makes it.
Tamarindo hot sauce, family recipe. Get your bottle of Spicy Mama Hot Sauce right now at spicymamahotsauce.com. 0 calories. It's good for the vocals.
Yeah. Wait, we're gonna have to have a Taco Tuesday. We're gonna have to bring this into
You should
Taco
bring it
Tuesday.
Dude, when I tell you, it
Tuesday.
tastes just like the tamarindo candy,
It's
but
good.
with more of a kick.
Oh my
It
goodness.
is
kind of sweet.
delicious.
It's really good.
And that's my
Ooh.
mom, who didn't tell me about the high-speed chase on the bottle.
Oh, I love this. I love this.
Get your bottle of Spicy Mama
Family
Hot Sauce.
secrets, family
Yes,
seasonings.
and it fits in your purse too.
Wait.
Wait, this high-speed chase that they're talking about. Oh my gosh. Okay, Stevie, on a serious tip, because people really are looking to you
Yeah.
as like, this amazing vocal coach. They want to break into the industry. What would be the first step to being, I guess, discovered if you do have a beautiful voice?
Oh yeah. You have to make people hear you. Make people hear you, and that means that comes with a price of maybe people will be in your business. Maybe they'll know who you snuck out to eat with, or catch you here or there, or catch you on a bad day when you're not looking good, or whatever. But you have to open up. Unlock your private Instagram page. And let people see you. Let them see you. Maybe mess up if they have to, but put yourself out there. Make people hear you. Don't assume everyone's going to come to you. Just sing. Put it out there. Promote yourself. Post yourself singing something that you think you sound good singing. If a famous song comes out and you're like, oh, that fits my voice. I mean, let me just kind of see if I could do that. Let me do it and maybe change it up a little bit, the way I want to do it. Record yourself. Put it out there. Post it. Blast it. You're not getting on anyone's nerves. Just do it. Do it. It might be that 5th time you post it that the person who will change your life will hear it. And don't assume, just put it out there.
What if they suck though? So what if someone like me that always wishes they could be a singer but has no vocals? I can't hear. I'm tone deaf.
That's deaf.
I mean,
You
deaf.
tone deaf.
See, I can't even say it
Tone
right.
to death. Her tone.
to death.
It will kill you, okay? La la la. Definitely, yeah, not meant for
The car's on
recording.
fire, y'all. I'm
Wait.
sorry. Stevie has got to focus.
Okay.
Now it's sorry, Pop. Now I can see it.
It's on
What's
fire.
more exciting?
It's
than
on fire.
this?
Nothing more exciting.
One thing that is singing.
Okay.
So
Only in LA.
I'm such an LA boy.
Singing.
But-
And you are from LA. One of the only.
Yes,
One of the
from
few.
our
One of
few.
the only.
Oh my god.
He's not
From
a
LA.
transplant.
No.
Get out.
Where do-
Second thing.
if you
Okay,
suck at
you know what's
singing.
important? You know what's important? If it is that important to you and it's healing to you to sing and sound terrible and to be if you just want to sing for your own self and sound bad, if you sound bad, then that's something you have to do. If that's what you have to do for yourself. And if you don't care what people think, if you think you sound bad, you might have to do that for yourself. Now, as far as others' opinions of you, that's, sometimes people think they sound bad and they don't. Sometimes if you have a lot of confidence, it works.
Like, let's be real.
It's hard to say who's not going to make it. I never say that.
We're not going to name names.
You might be able to be signed before any, before me.
Exactly, because we're
You
not going
know,
to name any
just-
names, but
The
there are
first
some
step is
singers that
believing
sing,
in yourself.
There are singers that sing better than other singers.
Yeah.
And I think a part of it is, you're right, this ownership of your
Yeah.
voice. Own your voice and be like, this is how I sing, this is where I'm at. And if you can create a sound around that,
People don't
Why not?
always care how good you are. They want to know if they can relate to you.
They want to connect.
What story are you telling? Connecting is the number one thing. Number one thing. And throughout history, it's been proven that the person who connects the best, they don't have to be technically the most perfect singer. When you listen to some of the greats, they don't care if there was mistakes on there, cracked, go on through. Just the story, they tell a story better than everyone else. And that's first. What story are you telling that means so much? How do you connect? When I listened to Mary J. Blige just sing at the Oscars the other day, she could do no wrong to me. I just love Mary, and I don't care.
'Cause she has a
She don't
story.
have to be so perfect. Just sing the song. She sings it and she feels it, and I believe her.
yeah.
That's important.
She's been through it, and she
Yeah.
sings her what she's been through,
does.
and
What-
she's
what comes from the heart touches the heart, and That's a
Like,
real
you believe
thing.
Mary's in pain when she is
Yeah.
like that she went through something when she is singing.
And people don't want her to really, not be in that pain. Like we were going back to the villain thing. We
Yeah,
don't want the villain to
that's
become
true.
better. We don't want Adele to be happy in a relationship and sing about those songs.
my
No.
God,
We don't want
yeah.
Mary to not have
you
drama.
can't be.
We
Yeah.
don't want that.
Little,
Why
little
don't we
blonde
want
girl,
that?
Taylor Swift.
Because it
Nobody
doesn't
wants her to be
make
happy either.
for great content either. So I'm not gonna lie. When my relationship is going good, I have less to talk about on the air. When my ish is bad, I'm like, you guys, let me tell you, he did not give me
Yes.
anything for Valentine's Day. Let me tell you about these bros.
Yeah,
like,
you
I
got a
will
lot
go
to say.
in.
Yeah, that's
when you're
true.
in a bad relationship, you have a better story
That's
to tell.
true.
When you're
Mm-hmm.
on drugs, you have a better story to tell. You're damaged, you're broken. When your family's going through stuff, it's a
So
better
that could
story. It's
become
more
your
juicy.
artistry.
It's drama.
That's
For
more
instance,
relatable.
when you see Adele do concerts now, she still sings those songs and has to relive those moments in her head. And then she gets off that stage and goes back into her bus with her husband and beautiful child and goes
All of
to
her
sleep.
happiness.
And, she's probably very happy right now.
Yeah.
But she can take us there.
But her best
to those
projects
moments.
came from the pain.
Yes. Yeah, that's how art
Honestly,
works.
yeah, that's why
Because
comedians
art
exist.
is medicine.
Art is
It-
medicine.
You're a better person when you're doing your art,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's painting, singing, doing whatever it is. You're a better person. And it's for you. You don't do it for everyone else. You really do it for you. And it's because of God. You do it for you. You give it back to everyone else. And a painter doesn't keep every painting they make. A singer doesn't
They
keep
give
every
it away.
song they write. A songwriter doesn't keep every song. So it's for others. You have songs sitting around. Yeah, I wrote that when I was going through that. Maybe it fits you better as a singer.
How important is, well, I know the effect of a voice in someone being attracted to you, but can you speak to that, the power of your voice, and if it's soft or if it's screechy or if it's how people receive you and how receptive they are to you?
Tones are inherited. The tone is the quality of your voice, a quality of a sound. Whether it's a raspy tone or a clear tone or a bright tone, dim tone. And so a tone is it's kind of genetic. Your tone comes from your parents. Like we mentioned Jacksons, they all kind of have that sound that Michael Jackson made
They
famous.
do. They all
because
sound the
They
same.
even the nephews and they
brightness.
even whether they want to or not, they do because it's genetic. That's the vibrato,
Oh,
the
that
tone.
makes so much sense.
And someone with a raspy parents may have a raspy tone that sounds like a little bit like this, and it's
Yeah.
cool. and
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
person sings a whole set of songs way better than me. Like What a Wonderful World. What a wonderful world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a smooth voice, it's all too smooth
It's
because
different.
the strings are smooth and the voice is smooth. It's all too smooth. You need a grit. A grit gives it contrast. A grit. That's why. Yeah. That's why. The guy who sings it makes it a great song.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wait, I'm like, do I need to Google
I know.
it?
I know. I just blank. I went blank.
hold
But
on,
anyway,
let's
Stevie knows
'cause
everything,
I'm an
so
airhead.
yeah. You're not.
But like
Stevie's
when
a
he's
genius.
what a wonderful world. When he's doing that,
Wait,
it's like
I know that.
I don't even think he was
I don't
Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong, yeah.
I don't even think he was known as a
Louis Armstrong.
Yeah.
Louis, same thing.
Yeah, thank you. No, I don't even think he was known as a singer really before that by everyone. He's a trumpet player. He was a trumpet player, but when he sang that song, it worked because of the contrast of the grit with the smoothness of the strings and the message of the song. But if he sings it with his gritty voice, you really believe that it's a wonderful world. If he can say that, and his voice sounds like it's been through so
Yeah.
much.
I mean, it really
You know?
did.
Yeah.
So that's a tone. That's a tone. And I have a very smooth tone.
Yeah, your
it's just
tone is so
naturally,
nice.
It's very smooth like this. I can sing like this. My natural voice is very smooth, but I can kind of make it gritty if I try. But it's not.
And can we have a conversation about vocal fry right now?
About what?
Vocal fry.
What is vocal fry? When you
When
fry your
people
voice?
talk
Oh,
like
like
that,
that.
in the
Yeah,
back of their
like
throat.
that.
Oh.
Orange County talking like that.
It sounds kind of valley too.
I can't
Valley.
with it.
I'm from San Diego, so we do have a little. We kind of sound like that.
I'm from Orange County. Because I think you can speak
It's kind
with
of
that valley
lazy.
tone without the fry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of vocal fry in my personal. When I hear people on the radio or when I hear certain people who have vocal fry, I literally turn it off.
Wait, is
My
it
ears
is
can't
it the
take it.
ending that's like?
Yeah.
Oh, the Kardashians.
It's this.
They do that. They do that very often.
See, I'm not talking about them. They scare me.
They're gonna come for us.
I say nothing about those women. But no, I don't know who does it. I know a lot of people do it, and I literally can't. And I've heard that it actually injures your vocal cords.
Oh, really?
Is this something that you've actually ever heard or
I can't really back that up that it would injure your cords. I don't think your vocal cords like to make that sound. I don't think they like it. And some warm-ups actually sound like that, on the other hand. So sometimes you'll be taught to like you're revving up a car. You know the car could go, but people who race, they rev the car up to get the engine lubricated and warm, and let's test it out to see. Yeah, sometimes it clears out things in a weird way, and but if it doesn't feel right, don't do it.
What is one more? Can you give them one more good like warm up? That won't take away too much of your special what you're paying him the big dollars for.
You know what's good? Lip trills are good. People don't do them on an everyday basis, but lip trills are great because you don't get as much air passing the chords. Like, probably sounds crazy on radio. Like, it's just like that kind of stuff is like, it's...
I need you for sound effects.
Yeah, and maybe a nasal, something, yum, yeah, la, la, yum, yum, doing something like that will can help your voice kind of sit up sometimes, instead of lay back here like that.
Will you take on a client that can't sing very well?
Yeah.
That sounds like that?
Really, it's just, if they work hard, I will do that. And it depends on what they want to do. If they really want to do this, and what their goal is. What is your goal? Is it to record one song? That's fun. Let's make a non-singer a singer for a day. And in my head, my biggest dream is to vocal produce Oprah on a song. I just want to vocal produce her and put her in the studio and record her on a big world-changing song that the world needs, a healing song. That song that will change the whole world, and I want to vocal produce it.
Does she have
the people of the future?
Potential?
Yeah, she does.
Oh,
she does. She's not a good singer.
She's good with her mouth.
But
like she's good with talking.
She's not a bad
like
singer. She's not. She has sung before. She's not bad, and I think she could be a lot better. And I think that she has the storytelling capabilities that I was talking about to reach people. And I think she kind of doesn't. She probably thinks like, wow, that's funny. But
I make millions of dollars.
I don't
serious.
Like, I don't have time for an album.
That's a goal of mine. I will go sit somewhere for a couple weeks and not do anything if that ever happens.
We're gonna make that dream come true.
Oprah. So I've been meditating on getting clients.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna meditate on that one for you.
And that's the joy of making
Teach
someone.
me how to meditate.
There's so much joy in making Oprah a singer.
That would be an exciting episode. You know how many people
it's like
would tune
when
into
you're coaching Beyonce. It's like, okay, great. I coach Beyonce.
sing.
It's like, okay,
Wait,
great. What did you do?
To that really quick though, Beyonce. You can't just bring her name up. You can't just bring up the Queen Bee. Her voice, to me, I actually do love Beyonce's voice, but a lot of people don't think that it's all that in a bag of chips. Is it one of your favorites or not?
I think Beyonce's an incredible singer.
Okay.
She is an incredible, and you know why? Because she has worked hard at it.
So she didn't start off that way.
Oh, she was a good singer.
But
She
now
was a good
she's
singer, like
incredible.
many other singers started off good singers. And they've surpassed the word good into excellent because of their discipline and hard work that we don't see.
Yeah.
We don't see, we know they work hard, but boy, when I have friends that sing, done background for her and they're in rehearsal, and they're surprised how many hours she goes and goes and goes. And same thing with Jennifer. They're the last ones there. They work so hard. They say, one more time. Let's do it one more time. That's what a talent can do when it multiplies. And Beyonce has always had that work ethic. As far as I know, and just watching what everyone else sees about her, I don't know her, but she she had parents that pushed her.
Yeah.
She still does have parents that push her like that, and that have given her habits that have helped her. When you look at Michael Jackson and his work ethic, and when you look at Usher, his mom, same thing. That work ethic, discipline,
teaching them young.
Justin
Tiger
Timberlake,
Woods,
yes.
Elvis started off young.
Yeah.
That's like the lesson from today. Is like, if you want to be excellent at something, you have to understand it from historical perspectives.
Yeah.
You have to understand everything about the history of
You
your
have to be a
craft.
student.
Yes.
You have to understand, and then you have to sit in the current moment of what you're doing now and practice and dig in and be the first person there and the last person to leave and make it a part of your everyday life. Like. And really just like dig into it if that's what you really want to do and you feel like that's what you're really meant to do.
I promise, if you sing that much as Beyonce, you will just know your voice. And knowing your voice is so important. That breeds confidence. Because knowing your voice is competence. Yeah. I know my voice, I know my words, I know my song. I know what I'm saying. You know, that's.
I will really say I have definitely sung songs before, and my voice has surprised me and done things that I didn't want it to do.
Imagine doing that for hours and hours on end.
I sang something in front of my husband once, and I hit this note that was so wrong. Like, and he was literally like, "Don't ever sing to me again." He was like, "We're done. We're done with this scene." It was so bad.
But a beautiful voice can be seductive, though. Like,
Yeah.
can't that turn someone off and like turn them on too?
Yeah, it can.
If you
If I
were to
vocal
practice?
produced Allison on a song,
I'm raspy.
her husband, his ears
He'd be
would
going,
perk up and everything else would perk up, and he'd be so
Okay, Eric, get ready.
happy. He'd be like, "What? That's my baby."
I'll do a live with me getting trained by Stevie. I cannot sing.
that's the next episode. Can your voice turn someone on?
Yes.
Having a beautiful voice?
Yes. Every part of you that does something can turn someone on.
So it can stimulate and tingle down there from hearing someone's voice.
Were you not in this room with Mario was singing last time?
Okay, but let me tell you.
A voice can turn someone on.
I want
even if
Stevie
you
to
don't
tell me
hear
the
them.
science behind it. I
You're
want
right,
him
you're
to
right, you're
confirm.
right.
I know what I feel.
I'm sorry.
Emotion usually technically comes from the air in someone's voice. Air equals emotion. Air equals emotion
Brandy.
Air
in,
equals emotion?
in talking. So when I say something like this on a movie, if I'm the actor,
Oh,
it
yes.
means that I mean it, even if I don't care. You know, I sound like, you know, those old actors. Tonight on Fox, to this movie.
Literally.
Today on this, you know, LA hip hop R&B. You know, if I say so the rap, but if I just
You
say.
should do your voice over.
I know.
If I say-
I'm like, dang.
And
You
so
got a job.
also the absence of air sometimes is a turn off or a non-emotion. Hello, like a robot. Robots don't have air; they're just right here. If I say, "Hey, baby, I love you so much," that carries very little emotion. Hey, baby, I love you so much. But if I say, "Hey, baby, I love you so much," why is that sexy? It's because air equals emotion. Air equals emotion in singing.
write that
When you hear Whitney or Michael, looking out to the nighttime, take a bite. They say why? Air.
Dang.
Air.
Can you just sing for the rest
I
of the time?
know. Okay, I want you to really prove that it gives the tingles. Keep going.
If I should stay, I would only be in the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you.
Oh my God.
Look, it's too quiet. I'm like,
No.
still there?
No, we're all dead. We've all passed
That
away.
was okay. So, I was really the one singing. Stevie was lip syncing.
Yeah, she
I
was.
didn't notice. He was pretending like he was. That was on me. Dang, that is so. That's
Thank you,
crazy. You could just bust that out.
I have to be able to.
I'm telling you.
If I'm going to teach,
I
have to be
know,
able
but there's a
to.
lot of teachers that aren't as talented as the talent.
One of
So-
the best, literally
Still
one of the
good.
best
Amazing.
singers I have ever heard, and I do like. I mean, we know singers. Like the religion that we grew up in is known for pumping out excellent singers. The university that we went to,
Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah, Seventh Day Adventist
What
pumps out
who?
great.
Who's? Is there any famous
It's,
singers from?
well, like
Seventh-day?
Brian McKnight,
Oh,
Take
okay.
Six.
Take Six, Little Richard, you know,
Oh,
you know,
I
many
know
people
Brian
say
and
Prince.
Oh, Brian went to Oakwood.
Yeah, Brian went to Oakwood. The type of upbringing is very. You're raised as a listener,
Okay.
and you're raised to absorb and to take in and then create harmonies.
We have
in an
nice,
interesting
nice
way.
tight harmonies. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of to harmonize and to hear and to make beautiful sounds, and it's just an interesting thing.
Dang, that's what I see. I'm non-denominational. That's why I can't sing that good.
You gotta come to an Adventist church. You gotta come, and also like our university, like you know how every school has like a chant, like that they do at like their basketball games. Our chant was a song that was in 3-part harmony.
Yeah,
that the
harmonies.
entire
Classic
stadium
spiritual hymn. It's
would
like
begin
everyone
singing
sings.
in 3-part harmony. It was actually over. It was very powerful.
All these elements, all this support from school, from your parents to the church to everything. Like you had no. You should be a better singer because
I
Stevie
know.
had all the elements.
She
that you-
can.
I can put a
And
I
if
can
she
hold it
spent
together.
time on it, people would be surprised. She has it. We've been in choir together. We've sung. and it's just
I did
what
praise
you
team.
spend time on. Yeah,
I did praise team behind
that's
the
right.
rain.
And it's in her dad's a great singer. My goodness, I grew up listening to her dad sing in groups, and it's just in our family. It's kind of like by this point, it's like choice. It's like, okay, I'm not going to go that way. Her sisters,
I could sing or I could be a doctor.
Yeah, that's how my family has kind of been. Like my cousin wanted to be a doctor, and he's a great singer. It's
Earl's
like,
an amazing singer.
Yeah.
His cousin is phenomenal.
it's-
He's a doctor now at Kaiser.
it's by
Just living his
choice.
life.
So, okay, but what if Earl wasn't? Like, so you're always coaching these artists that we hope are talented and coming to you. How do you deliver the constructive criticism without hurting ego? Because a lot of times we're in an industry where we want to be the best. It's our art. You're talking about our talent, our work. How do you deliver that information without hurting them?
I come from a very kind family. I do. My family's very nice. They've always been sweet. My grandmother and it's natural for me to be kind, and I like kindness, and it goes a long way in singing, because when you're supported as a singer, you can be better, because it's a lot of it's in your mind. It's a belief. And in other aspects of life, if you're not a singer, it doesn't always work that way. But in singing and pushing someone with motivation is better. So
Absolutely, I do agree.
and,
Carrot instead of
and
stick.
honesty is always better, because it's my job that if they go back and listen to what they did and they don't sound good, and if I didn't tell them about that, that's on me. If it's my job to report this and say, hey, you were flat here, why don't we sing it this way? Let's sing it this way instead of that way. Let's do this instead of that. If I don't say that, I'm failing at my job. So I can say that without blinking, because my teachers were very, very tough. They weren't as nice as me. I'm nice.
Give us an example of a time that an artist, and I want you to name drop, didn't hit a note, and you were like, mama, you got to do that again. Like, let me tell you,
Everybody I've worked with. Everybody. And you know what? None of them take it personally. None of them take it personally. We were
Look,
talking about Jennifer.
My
For
girl
instance,
J-Lo
Jennifer
gets
knows
such
how
a
to-
hard
J-Lo-
time,
no.
and she can sing. Like,
sure can.
People
She has
don't give
a
her enough
beautiful
credit.
voice.
They want to hear
And you know what?
Adele, and that's not her voice.
She's not
Let
hard.
her do
She's
what she
not
could
hard on
do.
herself. She's not hard. So she knows how to move forward. It's like, okay, oh baby, let me do it again. Let's do it again. That's why she's so successful.
Resilient.
That's
She's a
why.
powerhouse. She could do it all.
If I say, hey, something could be better, something's not right here, that's part of my. That's what I do. That's what I'm
why
there
you're
for.
there.
And she respects that, and we respect our strengths, and that's a very important part of our relationship. That's why I'm there, to make her a better person. As long as she wants to be better, I'm there. And outside of that, we're friends. It's nice. It's fun. It's like she's a great person, and she's a beautiful person, and we have fun. And so, but when any artist that I work with is doing something, I have to be honest with them.
Yeah.
I have to. It's not fun for me not to. I'm not a good liar. I just kind of have to just say it like, or my face shows it sometimes.
Yeah.
People,
He's very
everyone will
expressive.
start laughing. They know me.
No, it's can I tell one story?
Yeah.
We were at a church that will go unnamed, and there was a praise team up, and they were trying. They were really trying, and it was really hard to listen to. And Stevie was actually sitting in the front row, and he actually just had to take a break. Do you remember that?
Yes.
He walked out. He had to just take a little break. He was like, I'm just going to go
no.
outside. I'll be right back. And he came back refreshed and happy. But it was like, I think there's something about like when music is in your spirit. I think it must be hard when you hear somebody like offending. It's like almost like offending a person you love.
Yeah.
Hurts.
You know, it's like it hurts
That's
you.
the number one reason I became a coach. I don't like bad singing.
Oh.
I don't like
You're
bad
trying to
singing.
sprinkle the world
the
with
way
good
I
singing.
fix that, instead of complaining about it, I do something about it.
Yes.
Be the change.
I love that.
Be the
So
change.
I take responsibility when I hear bad singing, and sometimes I shouldn't, but I do. And I'm like, I have to fix something here.
You're like, can I just take a mic?
Who
Can I
is
just come up with
in
you?
charge?
I'll just come up with
Yeah,
you.
I
I'll
feel
do this.
responsible when I hear something bad.
No, but
that's-
you can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
The solution, though, you hear a problem, you're like, oh, let me help you solve
Mm-hmm.
it. See, and that's what's going to make you successful, because you're exercising your gifts.
He's living in his own truth, in your own destiny.
He's living in his truth.
Yeah. And sometimes people just don't care though, and so I have to know when to back off.
Oh,
Sometimes
when you're giving the criticism?
yeah, sometimes it's good. Sometimes everyone's enjoying it and it's fine, and I just need to not be that critical.
Yeah.
And so it's half good and half.
But it's got to be hard. Like if you were like a stylist,
is.
if you're walking around,
Yeah, exactly.
Versace.
Constantly think
Versace.
someone could do this without doing that.
Yeah,
Get the collar
exactly.
back.
It's like, how can you be in the presence of someone who doesn't know how to put clothes together,
You
or
know,
colors, or
I
the
have to know
sizes are
when
wrong?
to just shut up and enjoy the concert and sit. And who
So
cares
that
if
does
something's
have to be
off?
hard. It's like the chef, they
Yeah.
can't go to a restaurant.
Yeah, so
because
Like,
it's not
it's
as good,
only
yeah.
a benefit sometimes, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's just like turn it off.
But it's hard to turn off your ears. You know, it's like
hard.
you can, as a chef, you can choose not to eat.
Right.
But you can't not hear
Yeah.
things in the room with
Different.
Do people ever see you on the street and then all of a sudden they just start singing like la la la? There's Stevie.
I've had that happen a few
Like
times.
just trying to catch your attention so that you hear.
And I say, keep singing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because that could mean different things.
Yeah.
It could mean, you know, be better if you'll be better if you keep singing, or keep singing because you like it, or whatever. Just keep singing. Great, you're singing. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, because this is LA. I can't imagine you going into any restaurant from
Yeah.
Maestro's to Denny's and
Always sing. people.
wherever you're at, and they're like la la. Like,
Let
this
me
is
lie
my
at the grocery
chance.
store. Like, ladies in front of me like, whoa, this line is long. I can't believe I'm sitting here. I only have 3 things in my cart. Oh, hey, Steve.
Oh, it's Steve.
Oh, you knew that you were here.
That's how it is when you're dating a singer, though. I dated a singer, and he'd be in the shower, he's singing
All the
like,
time.
all the
All the
time,
All the time.
all the time. You
If
can't.
I was a singer,
turn
that's
off.
what I would do. Like,
I
I
would
would
too.
just sing everything. You saw how he just sang things that
probably
just
would
popped
too.
in his head? I would do that. I think the Lord knew to not give me 2 things. One was a flat stomach, and the other was a voice. Because I would be obnoxious and unstoppable. If I had a flat stomach, I would be here in a bra now.
If I had a bunch of muscles, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Nothing.
I'd be on every beach, walk around the cold, naked. Walking around,
just
la,
me.
la, yeah, look at me. I'd be just shimmery, whatever they put on
But
themselves.
that's why I say God didn't give me height. He made me like 4, 5, 5, 4.
And beautiful.
I'm 5'4". I'm 5'4".
Gorgeous.
But if he would have made me like 5'6" or 5'7", I would not be humble.
No, thank
couldn't-
you.
Don't
Yeah,
look
I
at me.
couldn't. Yeah,
I wouldn't be humble.
Behold,
Hello, you.
and thick too. Yeah,
That's it.
I gotta watch
That's it.
myself. But I really think that to your point about J-Lo being unstoppable, she's busted her butt and she is unstoppable. She's undeniable, and that's probably why God didn't give her the most amazing voice in the world, but what he did give her was talent and drive and her will. And if she makes up her mind about what she wants to do, she's going to do that thing.
Yeah.
And she's going to do it to the best of her
You
ability.
Yeah.
can make things
She could have been
amazing.
She could have been the best neurosurgeon. You know, whatever she
Yes.
wanted to do, I believe there are
Yeah.
some people
She's
that are
always
just so
danced.
talented at focus that they could be the best anything.
She made a decision a long time ago. You know, maybe, she's made decisions. Okay, I'm going to try to sing. I'm going to become better at that because she's born that. She's dancing. She tells stories. She's dancing. She's just a little nothing. She was dancing and her mom dances.
Yeah,
and so and around so much music, and she is a singer now, and it's because of her development and who she is as a person, and it's just such a cool thing to see happen and see someone still working that hard, who's that successful, still working that hard.
So-
And becoming better as a person, no matter what they're doing, just as a person, it makes you
growing.
It's inspiring, yeah.
From my perspective, just me on the outside looking in, when she took the role of Selena, I felt like that was like a career changing
Yeah.
shift. Like I feel like that was a moment because first of all, for me, when I watched Selena, I was like in junior high and I think I cried like the entire
So
movie.
good. Oh
I
my
watched
God.
it like 3 different times. I feel like I want to cry now. It was just such a good movie. And I feel like when she became Selena, like that altered her trajectory forever.
And many of us will have moments like that in our life too. With that, you'll look back and say that was the moment, and she'll say it that was the moment.
What was yours?
And I haven't gotten there yet. No, I don't know. I don't know. Probably being fired.
So that's probably part of
being
it. So
fired
we
from
need
my
Astro
9 to
Fashionista
5
to read
job.
his cards. She would be able to tell you our astrologist would be able to tell you the game changer in it.
I see that you were.
The Little Mermaid, my favorite movie.
I know.
See, that's why I said Ariel. That's how I felt with. Okay, flu season is going around. It's bad. This is the worst it's
Yeah,
ever
I got
been.
it.
How do you get through flu season when like artists are jacked up or you're jacked up?
It was tough. I had it over Christmas, and I was
See?
supposed to sing.
Wait, it's gone,
at a
right?
church in
Yeah.
Orange County. I was supposed to sing. I sing every year, Oh Holy Night.
Yeah.
no.
I went to the rehearsal Thursday. The performance was, Saturday and Sunday or something like that. And after Thursday rehearsal, I think I went to the Grove next day and just was cold and didn't have a jacket or something. And I got sick. I was around so many people. I got
Someone
the flu.
else had it.
I caught. I was in bed just mad, and I lost my voice. And I went to the church to sing, and I honestly couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So you just got to shut up, and that's just how it works as a singer. There'll be times you just can't sing and people expect it from you, and life goes.
Stevie, you have dropped so much knowledge on us about singing, about the power of the voice. But our guests always have to answer this before we wrap up our show, okay? It's the end of the world. What are you doing? Eat, sleep, singing, or sex?
I'm sitting around my house. If it was my last day on earth, I'm singing with my friends.
Okay, he's singing.
I know that right now that would be the thing I'd want to do on my last day.
If you could be in any body, any single body, of another artist
Body
in
swap.
the world, who would you body
has the
swap
most
with?
muscles?
Tyrese!
The Rock.
Tyrese
The
can
Rock.
sing
No,
though. Oh, The Rock.
The
okay.
Rock. I'd want to be even bigger. The Rock.
Okay, Incredible
The
Hulk.
biggest you
Yeah.
could be.
Biggest, because I'm such a small person. The most.
The biggest in the world. Okay, Stevie, you have to tell everybody where they can find you, if they want to check out your stuff, if they want to hire you. There might be somebody willing to pay $1 million for you right now.
Awesome. Well, send that to. No,
Oprah.
I'm Stevie Mackey, and you can find me. I'm always on Instagram, way too much, but Stevie Mackey, StevieMackey on Instagram, and on Facebook, same thing, and Twitter, and you can find me there. Write me. Feel free to ask me questions about music and send me your music, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, I'm here for artists, so that's my life. So
Allison,
Nice. He's a nice person.
Where can they find you,
All
Dr.
right.
Ali?
You can find me at Allison Hicks, ALLYCIN, because I'm complicated. Last name Hicks, HICKS. So that's Allison Hicks. You can find me at website, social media, whatever.
And you guys can always play with my Twitter or stroke my Instagram at SpicyMadi, and go to thespicylife.com. Make sure you get your bottle of hot sauce also, spicyhothautsauce.com. There you have it. You have just been spiced.
You've just been spiced.
The Spicy Life.